Boom, peace intro. What's up, guys? Hey, I got a little announcement here. Unfortunately, kind of sucks, but I just discovered something, and this is mainly hold on a second. Oh, geez, I just knocked it around. Okay, this is for anybody that this ever happens to that gets one of my customs. I don't care if I gave it to you for free. But anyway, this is Leon's. This is Leon's channel truck. It's nice and clean. Like I said, there'll always be some little things because they're handmade. Like there is a itty bitty little speck of lint. I mean, it's itty bitty under the paint right there. But that's it. But anyway, I gently put these screws in. These toothpicks are just for shipping, so it doesn't shift, okay? And then I gently put that screw in so it doesn't smash down my wheels too much. And then I put a piece of tape on it. Well, I hadn't shipped Leon's off yet, but when I got home from work today, I was about to ship it off. And when I picked it up, I could hear some wobbling. So I realized the screw was too loose. So I took the bubble wrap back off and everything. I took it back off so I could tighten up the screw. And I discovered there was some white, like powderish stuff on it. Not a lot, but just a little bit. If you held it in the right light, because I was like, where's the gloss? What's going on? And anyway, so this is for Mr. Witherington, Frank Camacho, Cecil Miller, Rudy Herrera, and Bill Davis. Any of you guys, I've already shipped your trucks. I know what happened. Anytime you use super glue, never cover it up for at least 12 hours, 6 hours minimum. Okay. And because you may think it's dry, but it's really not. And it'll put off these white fumes. And what it does is, I mean, CSI uses this technique to find fingerprints. They'll put something like this that I touched inside a cabinet, and they'll put some super glue on a tray and lay it in there and cover it up. Come back in a few hours and the fumes from the super glue will cling to the oil from your fingerprints, and it'll show up on your whatever the object is. Okay. Well, anyway, I had fixed that axle. I had to lock the axles in with some super glue, and I let it sit for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours while I went to lunch with my grandkids, and then I came back. They all looked good. So I put them together and I stuck the cover on and I wrapped them up, ready for shipping after I assembled them. Everything looked good. Well, I came out the next morning, and they seemed just fine. So I went ahead and bubble wrapped them up and sent them there. Well, apparently after sitting there for a couple more days, that white film got on there. And I don't like that at all. So anyway, my mistake, but I should have let it sit longer. But anyway, as you see, it comes off. But I use cleaner wax. I use Meguiar's cleaner wax. But you can use any kind of cleaner wax. Don't use a gritty compound. And Carnauba wax ain't going to really do it. It's got a little bit of cleaner in it. It's a cleaner wax with just a little bit of cleaner to remove oxidation. But if you take that, let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to do Cecil's again and try to keep your fingers off. But I take a little rag, and anyway, I busted my bottle that this came in, so I had to put it in one of these squirt things. That's why I don't have the actual bottle. I may have another one out in the garage. But then you put a little bit on your rag, dope it up like that, and then come over here and gently, watch out for everything, just use your fingertip. Rub, and then go down the side. Just go ahead and try not to hit anything and break it off, but just keep making sure you're rubbing on it real good, getting it covered real good. Flip it over the other side. If you need to put a little more wax, put a little more wax, but just be careful not to break your car. Put it on there. A little on the back. Just And you almost feel that stuff on there. But you can look when you're done and see that it's gone. Then use another rag, preferably the soft side of a microfiber. Go back across it. Buff it real good. Same thing here. Buff it real good. Other side. Trying not to drag it on anything. You don't want to break the engine off or, anything like that. Right there. Back. As you see, I mean, she's gleaming and I got it nice again. All right. But that's all it takes, because it was just a little bit. But now if you ever do that and cover it up, it'll cover that thing and you won't hardly get it off. It'll be too thick to get off. You'll have to restrip and repaint. So luckily it was after hours of it sitting, but it still left fumes on his. So guys, when you get yours, that's how you can get it out. And I'm specifically talking to Mr. Witherington, Frank Camacho, Cecil Miller, Rudy Herrera, and Bill Davis. And even though some of those were free, that's how you get it out, guys. But if you don't want to mess with it, or you're afraid to mess it up, you send it back to me. I stand by my stuff. I will fix this thing and send it back to you. Make sure you let me know how much it cost you to ship it back to me. And then when I ship this thing back to you, I will put your money in that box, whatever it cost you to ship that back to me. And if you're not comfortable with rubbing it out yourself, or it looks like it got too much on it, it's going to require more work than that, send it back to me. Even if I gave it to you for free, I don't care. But definitely, you guys that paid, you don't have to accept something like that. I don't want you accepting something of mine that has something wrong with it like that. Now, like I said, if you find some impurities, like this is nice and glossy, but like I said, there's an itty bitty, you guys probably can't even see it, but there's a little speck. I mean, it is a speck, and it's a little piece of lint there. And I can't do nothing about that. I'm not going to strip the whole thing because of that. But other than that, it's fine. But when something bad like this other stuff, no, don't accept that. So anyway, I'm glad that this truck was loose, because I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have took the bubble wrap back off, and I would not have known. And I would have shipped it to Leon, and which Leon he's got a YouTube channel. It's Driven Daily Diecast, I believe is the name of it. Driven Daily Diecast. And he's kind of busy, so he don't post a lot, but he does post some pretty cool stuff that he gets. But anyway, that's who this is going to. And oh man, I would have, after seeing what it looked like, I would have hated for it to arrive to him like that. So now I'm kind of fretting that you guys are going to get yours in the same condition, because I had to do it to all of them. When you remove this front, to put this engine in there, you end up with nothing really holding down. I don't know how to explain. You whack off the front of the interior, and it's got the prongs that hold your axle down. I don't usually glue my axles back in if I don't have to. I know a lot of other customizers, they glue them all. I don't, just in case, because usually you could take my cars back apart. And if you may want to change your wheels. You may not like the wheels I gave you. So I make it to where you can do that. But some of the things that I do, you can't take the wheels off because I have to glue them. Like these, I have to glue. So, a situation like that, I just go ahead and leave it, And so anyway, that's what happened. That's the deal. And if you have any, problems with it or anything, just send it back to me if you want. If you can't get it out, or you don't even want to mess with it, and I'll take care of it. But anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that, because I have a feeling it's going to show up to some of you guys with the same condition I just found it here. And that really annoys me. I just didn't wait long enough. That really sucks. Anyway, guys, just wanted you to know that. Y'all take it easy, and I will talk to y'all later. And again, apologize, guys. I apologize. Peace. Outro.